Yo, what's good? It's your boy, Coach Joey. We here at El Rancho Boxing, Coach Corners Podcast, and also my man.
Even Hands Boxing, man. Fight Game News Talk, man. Sit here, man.
You already know, when we get in together, we get in and talk about boxing.
Cold out this motherfucker.
Yeah, it got cold. We ain't got no roll-up doors over here. It's cold.
No windows, no doors.
So what event we starting off with? Let's
start off with the big fight. I felt there was a big fight over the weekend, which was Tiger Johnson and Nicholas Floss.
I told you it was gonna be easy work.
Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna be.
Skills pay the bill,
I didn't
baby.
think it was gonna end the way it did.
Well, I mean, it's fair enough to say that Tiger stepped up and he went out there and handled business. You know what I'm saying? Because I think for the most part, why you picked it was because most people thought Tiger hasn't been living up to what his expectations were, and I think he showed right there was another level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think he took advantage of what Nico wasn't doing. He had that hand dropped, and he kept circling to that right, and then just started setting that right hand up, and hands down, man down.
Yeah.
Hands down, man
Sad
down.
to see, man, Nico, cool kid, man. Man, but congratulations to Tiger, man. He did, man. He
Did
went
his
out
thing.
there, man. Now we went out there and got busy, man. We had a local guy from around, I-4 corridor, Dominic Valley, fought.
He looked good.
Former champion,
Yeah.
Rene Alvarado. He's a warrior. He goes out there to fight. So that was that was a good win for Dominic, man.
Good, tough rounds. That's what you want. When you get to that level of what's Valley 9 and
he's up there. He's
9 something.
He could be up in the double digits now.
I mean, that's what you want at that realm. You want those 8-10 round fights, and a lot of people misconstrued saying, "Oh, well, he went all round." So what? That's what you want. You want to get in there and put the tools to the test against a very durable fighter that's going to allow you to work on the stuff you've been working on in the gym. It allowed him to make some adjustments here, there, and just work on things you've been working on in the gym, man. It doesn't have to be a knockout. And I think when you get rounds like that against a tough opponent, that's what the job was. That's what they wanted. They wanted somebody that was going to give them the rounds and push him. So I thought that was very good rounds for him. He looked good.
Yeah, I thought he looked good, man. Man. He was letting his hands move. He was catching a lot of shots.
Stays long.
Correct.
Good pressure game. Gets to that body. You know what I mean? He's definitely gonna have some good fights coming up in the future for him for sure.
We had Ryan Main fight over the weekend and Mike Sawyer's promotions over there in Altamont, Florida. Ryan came out. He came out a little rusty in the first 2 rounds, but by the third round he started picking it up.
Took care of business.
I thought Solis, I believe that was his name. Solis was cornered through they waved it off too early. But I already said what I felt about that.
Well, either way, Ryan went out, took care of business. It was just a fight to keep him going, to get to the end of the year out. You're going there, stay busy. I'm sure it's a big year on the horizon for him. I'm looking to see Ryan in a good fight that makes him have to make adjustments, see where his IQ's at. You want to see him in the fight. You want to see him in a fight that makes him have to go some rounds, or where you might lose a couple rounds, or
see if he got any dog. See if he got some real dog.
We got to see what's that next level for him. Do I think he's got the skill?
Next gear, right? See if he got the next gear. Right, correct.
And I think at that where he's at, because how many fights he has?
Ryan is like 9. It could be 9-0 too.
So right around that time is when you start putting in that next 50-50 fight. I mean,
I got to speak with him after the fight. He said 2026 you should have some good coming up. So we're gonna see. Box Light Promotion does a good job of pushing them and moving them around, man.
Well, we definitely got to see a 50-50 fight for sure. Not a 50-50 fight on paper. We need a 50-50 fight when people who know what we're looking at, and we really sit back and say, oh, that's a real 50-50. You know what I mean? Because right now is that time to see what's that next level. Is he able to get to that next gear? Because right now you should be 8 to 10 rounds. You know what I'm saying? Right in that round of 9-10 fights. is when you're going to start seeing, you know, that word. And I think he's a fighter that the more rounds he does, is the better he's going to look, because, you know, that's just the pace he has, which is good. There's nothing wrong with that. But I want to see what like I just saw from Valley. I want to see that next step of rounds. You know what I mean? How does he put that shit together? How does he look? You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited to see what Boxlight got for him next year, and then hopefully we can see, you know, what he's capable of doing.
We also had Buddha fought over
Buddha,
the weekend.
I heard Buddha went in there and took care of business.
Yeah, his, you know, in the first round, his
shoulder was the guy?
Yeah, his shoulder went out. You know, the referee called it.
And that sucks. Listen, because guys like that, guys like Buddha, man, they ain't trying to go in there and get no fucking hand-me-down, fall over type shit. Yeah. They go in there and train their ass off, and they ain't trying to get no easy picking like that. They want to go in there and put their skill to the test. They want to go in there and put what they've been working on to the test. You know, it's very rare you see a lot of guys that go out there and work hard. They want to go out there and finish it in one round. You know what I'm saying? They want to get out there and put some work in. You know what I mean? You want to. That's the time to play. You know what I'm saying?
We had Ezekiel Martinez went out there, man. You know, I keep saying it, and I'm gonna keep saying it. You know, these judges. I don't understand what these judges see, man. These fights, man, because they call a split decision on a fight. You know,
well, I will say
listen. I could understand the forward, but I'm saying you could be coming forward and nothing happens, and they still gonna call you. You know,
but
throw you.
I know when you go to the ropes, you make it easier for a judge to decide. You know what I'm saying? When you sit on the ropes and you take some shots. You know what I mean? I don't know. I didn't watch the fight, so I can't.
I got a clip up. Guy hit low. They started counting. Judges never scored a 10-9 knockdown, like a knockdown, just because the referee started counting. He got hit with a low blow.
Oh, listen,
dude didn't even fall though. He didn't touch the ground or nothing.
That same night.
Yeah.
And what happened? What did they do?
The referee started counting like it was a knockdown. One of the judges, at least one of the judges that I know, at least one of the judges scored it as a knockdown too. I was like, how do they even do that? You know, there's gotta be. Listen, it's a problem, and it's a problem all throughout boxing. It's not just here in Florida. You know,
we've seen a lot of bullshit.
It's you know, there's got to be an overhaul on that, man. You had the state PALs out here.
Yeah, we had the pals. That's where we were at this weekend, so that's why I didn't see the Mike Soares card. So I didn't see none of the fights that were on there. We had stuff out there. We had our fighter Brandon Ortiz out there fighting. Championship day. Fought a hell of a fighter, and shout out to Coach Jason and Chule and them out in Soho. Kids ranked, I think.
Yeah, I watched the video, man. You're doing a hell of a job, man. Here with Bam Bam, man. He looked like, I'm not gonna say night and day, but you can see the progress. You can see the difference.
I mean, for me, I told his dad, and I said, for me, when I say night and day, that's not a disrespectful thing. It's just that's the ceiling. Like, you know, he when I first saw him, there was a lot of things he did great, but then there was so many things that had to get worked on. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's now you're seeing what he was capable of. You know what I mean? It's not.
And he's probably capable of more.
Oh, so much more. You know what I mean?
He's got a high ceiling, man. Man.
Scratching the pitch.
Scratch the ceiling for that young man. You know, Chule, man. You know, Chule's gonna go off to have a good career, man. Shout out to man.
And that's how you gauge when you fight. You want to get in there with guys that are on that level, because that's how you're gonna gauge where you're at in your career. You know, what do I need to get better at? What do I need to do? You know, how do I keep gauging myself? Because that's how it always is. You get in there with fighters you used to fight, guys you used to spar, and you want to see, okay, this guy used to beat my ass. Now you get in there all of a sudden, and now he ain't doing that. So that just goes to show you where you're at, you know, how you're stepping up. But he did a hell of a job. You know, I always tell him, like I said, man.
Yeah, shout out to all them young men and young ladies who competed over the weekend at the PALs, man.
Hell of a job for everybody out there, you know. And like I told him, man, the work continues and we keep working. You know what I'm saying? All losses are lessons to learn. That's it.
Experience is correct.
You know what I mean? And when you lose, you lose being humble. You lose with, hey man, ain't nothing to be mad about. It's you get back to work and you work on the things that we didn't do. Like right now, we're gonna get ready to watch film when we're done. We're gonna get ready to watch film and see what we should have done more, what we could have done more. You know what I'm saying? And that's part of the process.
You got man, before I forget, man, you got Silver Gloves is called out here November 22nd at the Caribbean Royale.
Oh, yeah.
Silver Gloves up there November 22nd. It's all about Lubin, man. Lubin, man, what happened, bro?
I don't know, man.
Where does he go from here? But listen, I don't think it's the end of the world for him.
Well, let's be clear. All right, I think a lot of people want to be motivating.
No, it's not about motivating. It's not motivating. No, he's still 29-3. You know, that's a.
A lot of people want to.
That's a record. You know, for somebody coming up. You know.
But a lot of people want to be nice about it. Oh, it's a page in the chapter. Listen. Let's stop all that. Let's stop all that, because it's not just a page in the chapter. That was a bad loss for him, a real bad loss for him, because now it does put him into the category of the journeyman stage, because that was that last big opportunity for him to go in there and get a world title.
But what is it?
Yeah. And if he does, he got to go back up that ladder like he did last time.
Lubin's 29.
Bro, 20. Listen,
he got three.
He's not.
He can stay busy for 3 years.
Listen, stop that shit. He's not young.
No, I'm not saying
he's been boxing since he was fucking 10 or something like that. He's not young. Listen, it's like equivalent to football. When you've been playing since Pop Warner, by the time you get to the NFL, bro, that's fucking almost 20 years. Lubin's been in the game for damn near 15 years of boxing. That's a lot of wear and tear. We're not talking about a sport that's easy. You know what I mean? He's been through some tough mental wars, and the reality is you go in there and you get stopped in the second round, and it ain't so much the skill set. You can't tell me when you watch Lubin from early to then.
But again, we were sitting there talking, and I told you that he looked different, you know, especially in that Holmes fight. You know, I don't get it either. You know, he was spinning them in the first round. He was shooting the jab. He was keeping them turning, and all of a sudden you go to the ropes, and you sit there, and I mean, there's other ways to find out if he punches hard. You know, you can feel it by here in the center of the ring by getting to. You ain't got to go to the rope and shield up, knowing that that's not a good place with a guy that likes to throw. You know what I'm saying? And you just got to call it what it is. It's a very tough place for him. I think you can get on the world of Instagram and Facebook and all that bullshit, and you can state, I'm going to stay positive, but the reality is, it's not that. It's when the lights turn off and the camera's off and everybody's not around, where do you go mentally? Because here's the reality. It ain't just the loss. It's everything that he's going to accumulate in his head from where his career should be at right now. He should have been had a belt, right? You're talking about a lot of things that should have transpired for this young man because he was on top of the world. Now you go from on top of the world to now everybody going to look at you as just to defeat him. Use him for his record. You know what I'm saying? He's got 29-3. Use him for his record. You know what I mean? A nice stepping stone for a prospect. They tried that. They tried that with Jesus. What the hell's his name?
Can he get into a world title fight if they're looking to eat? Yeah, I mean, anything's possible, man. Listen, in boxing, anything possible. But can he get better and dominate these young prospects to get back there? Does he have enough left in the tank to dominate like he made that run after Charlo? When he lost to Charlo, he made a nice, good run of winning. But here's the thing, man. It ain't just the fight for me. It's who's in the corner. Where's the relationship? It sucks to be where he's at in his career and changing out 3 coaches. You know, you went from Jason, then you went to Cunningham, and then you went to Mark, and then you went to this guy. That's not a good place for anybody mentally in the game of boxing. By this time, you should have a very solid, trustworthy team that's going to allow, whether it's win, lose, or draw, You know what I mean? At this stage, all those things matter because why? It's mentally. Who's the guy that helps you get ready? The guy that's motivating you in camp? You know, all these things play a factor when you're trying to get to that top or be successful in boxing. And I just don't like none of it. I don't like where he's at and what's around. It sucks, man, because it's somebody you rooted for.
So I guess I started off with where does Lubin go from here?
It's up to him. I mean, you would like to think when you made that move with Charlo, anything and everybody that has nothing to do with what you're trying to do in the game of boxing ain't around me. You know what I'm saying? Ain't about anybody in the streets. It's who's around you that's going to make you better to get you to that level, right? He made a good run. Then all of a sudden it was planing out. You know what I'm saying? Then you saw his last fight. Nothing spectacular. This fight, man, can he rise to that occasion because it's one more opportunity. And we all knew, I don't think anybody had picked him to win. I think us Florida people picked him to win because we want him to win. But at the same time, we knew Ortiz was a very tough fight. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because we had questions about the chin, and we had questions, can he stay boxing in the center?
Listen, I was like that when it happened.
But to me, it wasn't just the fight. I just think
there's more to it.
I think it's the training. I think it's the coaching. I just think it's a whole realm of things, bro. Like I said, at that stage in the career, you shouldn't be trying to find a new coach. You shouldn't be trying to find somebody else that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you should already be cemented into who you trust, whether people like him or not. I really thought Cunningham was perfect with him because you saw the growth, you saw the learning, you saw him take some big wins. And some nights, that might not be the best night, but you still won. You know what I'm saying? And that just goes back to the drawing board, and you get better. But to me, since he's left Cunningham, he's not looked good at all. And clearly, from last fight to this fight, we can see it. And that ain't no disrespect to Mark. That ain't no disrespect to nobody. I'm talking about last fight. I just think relationships, where when you hear people say, oh, just throw anybody in the corner. Oh, throw Freddie Roach. I don't give a fuck. Customato himself could have been in the corner. It's not just the coach that's good. It's a relationship that is built with the coach and the fighter. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't understand that. You get these silly ass promoters and people, oh, I'm just gonna go send him over there. It don't matter. If the kid don't bond with that guy, ain't nothing gonna grow out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, anybody cannot just be in anybody's corner. It's gotta be a relationship that's built of trust, to allow him to feel when you go out there in the war, you're gonna trust him who's behind you. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I just think it wasn't just that fight. I think it's an accumulation of training, the coaching, where he was at. I just think the whole shit didn't seem right. You know what I'm saying?
Where does Ortiz go?
Ortiz on the way out. I mean, listen, you saw.
He fight Boots next?
He has to.
But I see. I don't know.
He has to.
They were saying that he wants to go at it with Spencer.
Nah, Spencer's retired.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Listen, first of all, if you called Boots into the ring, you can't call Boots into the ring.
Did he call Boots into the ring?
Yes.
Or did Boots not jump in the ring?
No, he told Boots come in the ring. And you can't go into the ring and talk about shit and fighting and not fight. That'll look bad. They have to fight each other. Boots has 30 fights and he don't have no good name
on his resume.
On his resume, it said Stanionis that came off a year off. Yes, it was a good win, but he has 30 fights where it should be a big target on the game. You know what I'm saying? So for me, there's no out for either one of them. They both need to fight each other. And if we're talking about that, I got Boots all day.
Yep.
Oh, absolutely. Skills pay the bills.
Okay.
All right?
Yes, I don't know, man.
So that's how you got to look at it. But listen, I hope Lubin can find a rebound. This is going to be a tough place for him because I think it's somewhere he's never been. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's pretty much the boxing world today. Yeah. And then we covered all the big fights. We covered the local fights. How do you feel, real quick, before we get off here? How do you feel about Caressa locking in that $8 million fight deal?
I think that's big. You know, it sets a new standard for the women who's gonna come next. You know, Amanda broke the barrier.
How many fights is it?
It says multi-fight.
What's multi-fight though? I mean, is it 8 fights at $1 million? Because Serrano's already getting $1 million. So you got to look at it. Do we know what that is? If you're talking about a 3-fight deal, then that's an amazing offer. But now, if you're saying it's an 8-fight deal, we don't. You know what I'm saying? Either way,
it's still
a good payday.
Yeah.
You know, to see the girls in there getting that $1 million checks. You know what I'm saying? You know, but I don't know who's out there for her.
Here's a question: where does Tank go from? Where does Tank go?
Well, I'm gonna say it like this: I'm not a person that bashes anybody because I don't know the circumstances. I don't know what happened. It's like anything; you gotta see what happens and plays out. I don't know, man. Does he come back to boxing? I don't know. I mean, I think he's made enough money to go out and do his thing, but. If he's mentally not there,
he shouldn't do
then I think he should be out and move on. You know what I'm saying? But if he can lock himself back in mentally and get back in there and fight the people he needs to fight, then go do it. But if you're not and you don't care to fight the big dogs no more, you don't care, then just retire, man. Let it be. Don't pussyfoot. Just if it ain't it, it ain't it. But I'm not gonna sit here and shit on him because I don't know exactly what happened. I'm not gonna shit on him because I don't know what happened. So you know, I guess what they say see what happens.
Fucked up situation, man. I missed out on that bag. That was a bag.
That was a
There was getting a bag.
That was a bag, boy.
Everybody running around calling that man for that bag. Everybody talk shit, but everybody want that bag.
Everybody.
Does that make him the face of boxing because he's the money man?
Who?
Drake.
No.
Who's the money man? Who's the money man right now in boxing?
If you want to say the face of entertainment,
I don't give a listen. It doesn't matter. Who is never mind the face of boxing. Never mind that. Who is the money man right now in boxing?
Nah, you got. It's not.
Who
just.
Is it? Who is it?
We can't say that.
Who is it then?
Now, here's the question: is he the face of the?
We're not talking about faces of nothing. We're not talking about.
No, because you can't say the face of boxing.
I'm not talking about the face of boxing. And again, I didn't say the face of boxing. I said who is the money man right now?
Is he the money? Is he the guy?
Who's the money man right now?
Yes, is he the money guy for entertainment? Absolutely.
Whatever, yo. Who's the money man in boxing then?
Entertainment.
All right. He's the money man in entertainment. Who's the money man in boxing?
Right now?
Yeah.
Well, Canelo's still fighting. Canelo, and Bud still. Bud getting paid.
Anyways, man, this is Even
Listen,
Hands Boxing.
but-
Fight
listen,
news.
Listen, I'm a boxing guy.
Motherfucking,
you got entertainment and you got boxing.
Listen, you can call it whatever you want. You know what? They don't call it that. So when it gets down to it, so
no, but you part of them while they make
Go
that
birds.
clown shit.
Don't step up in that ring if you can't bang nothing. I got a left and a right for your mama son.